Here we go. Who the hell are you, man? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
We are the Knights
of Nerdatude. Hold on to your butt.
And now for something completely different.
Hello out there, and welcome to the Knights of Nerdatude podcast. We're a podcast for all things nerd. My name is Chris. I'm here with...
The answer's justice. It's always justice.
Hey, take it easy, sweetheart. It's John.
Wait, what's your name?
Oh, it's Sam.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's vengeance.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
justice.
And,
But it's justice.
hello there, it's Sean.
Hi. All right, so we're going to do Batman.
Yes.
Batman, all those
The
intros.
Batman.
The Batman.
Not Batman.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
two different movies.
It sure is.
Warner Brothers is trying the strategy of if we put the in front of everything, it's a completely different movie.
Can't wait for the reboot for The Aquaman.
Yeah, right. Or the Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
And the Philosopher's Stone.
Anyway,
You
we're
gotta
doing...
emphasize that.
They're going to make with all English actors next time they do Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. We're going to do The Batman. That's going to be later. It's the latest from Warner Brothers, Blockbuster Studio there. We also have some news, WB news, oddly enough, or coincidentally enough, and some Oscar stuff. And what else was there? Trailer. Obi-Wan trailer dropped. When did I don't know when it dropped. 2 days ago? A day ago?
Was it yesterday?
It came out yesterday.
Yesterday. Obi-Wan trailer dropped. The new Disney Plus TV show, I think, comes out in May. If I'm not
May 25th.
May 25th. Woo. So over a month, 2 months away. But first, let's start with the news.
Okay.
Why don't we go first?
Sure. WB news. We got some movies that got pushed back. I don't
All of them.
exactly know why.
Wait, what happened?
Every Warner Brothers DC movie has been pushed back.
Yeah.
So Aquaman, The Flash, Black Adam, DC...
or just do my segment for me, Sean.
Sorry, the DC Super Pets, that was pushed back. Like, everything has been pushed back.
He's bearing the lead here because the real big tamale is Wonka getting pushed back to Christmas 2023. So I thought that was a Netflix movie.
Timothy Chalamet.
I mean, we knew Aquaman wasn't going to happen this year.
It's practically Dune.
And
Yes, there's
Dune
Dune.
news.
and we knew. I mean, we essentially knew the Flash was definitely not going to happen, even though it's already filmed.
That's
So they're just pushing. Why are they pushing everything back?
no idea. They just announced today or yesterday that they're just pushing everything back.
Yeah, I don't.
They're really banking on Fantastic Beasts to take in some money, aren't they?
You know, I think there is this strategy. Like, you look at Sony and Spider-Man pushing back Morbius, which should have already been out, I think, originally.
Yeah, February.
Yeah.
And they're just like, just let it roll.
It's not going up against anything.
Maybe they're looking same thing with Batman. Batman, I think, is like a whole month of nothing else really consequential coming out.
So give it a month in the theaters and then just
And then start.
milk it for all it's worth.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, didn't we say that there was one weekend in December where Aquaman was fighting with what movie was it?
Oh God,
was it Fantastic Beasts?
No, it wasn't. It was.
Wasn't it
Disney.
a Christmas release?
Wasn't
there was just
it
a bunch of
Disney?
stuff.
It was in
yeah.
it was in December. There was a weekend where it was just kind of like one. I wish I had the thing in front of me, but there was one big.
I remember that being. I feel like it was a Disney movie.
It wasn't like
a
Thor.
Marvel movie. No, I don't think it was Thor. What Marvel movie's supposed to come out this winter?
Might have been Avatar.
Avatar. That's
That
it. Yes.
that could be it. Yeah,
Might
and
have-
is that that's Warner Brothers, right?
No, that is
that's Disney
Fox.
now.
Disney.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, we mentioned we like circled the date because like why? There's no way these two are coming out on the same weekend.
Right.
So
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer in your little Aqua shorts to see Aquaman 2.
Damn.
Anybody want to guess what the subtitle is?
Oh, I remember. I don't remember, but
Kingdom of Atlantis or something
No.
like that.
So that's what Sam's guess is. Sean?
No,
I forget what it is.
I don't care
It's
enough.
like
It
Kingdom
is-
of something.
In the Lost Kingdom,
Lost
Pantera.
That's
All
what
right.
it is.
So Avatar 3. Because that's a name for Avatar.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, Flash, which has been, we're on like what, year 15 of Flash?
Yeah, but at least they're
Just year 5.
they're done filming it, which is nice.
Yeah, so why
I had
push the
to
date
remember we technically had a trailer for this movie already.
We had a
did,
trailer
yeah.
for everything.
Was there an Aquaman trailer?
Well, remember they did a like a teaser thing with everything with like Black Adam, The Flash, Aquaman.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
They did that in front of the movies, or the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Just over a year away from Aquaman 2,
Yeah.
March 17th. Yeah, so, gotta hold off a little bit. We'll see what WB's like out of the box. They did say Dune 2 is supposed to come out October 23. Potential casting news. I don't know if we want to go too deep, but I guess Florence Pugh's supposed to be, or they're in talks with her as,
Which
I guess,
is-
one of the princesses or
Yeah,
whatever.
she's supposed to play the princess
In
Dune 2,
Dune.
which is why I'm at the point where I'm like, if it ever gets made, because they're still casting people.
No, it's gonna
Well,
be-
they're introducing a new character,
I
so...
I understand that, but like they're still adding actors next.
It's going into production in like 3 months, probably.
I don't see it coming out October of 2023. I don't.
I
think
do.
you got plenty of time.
I
Yeah.
do.
We'll see, Sean. I don't think you're right, but you certainly could be. Do you want to talk about Super Nintendo World?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is breaking today, later today.
Yeah, this was huge.
Super Nintendo World being added to Universal Studios. So another thing that everybody on your timeline will post pictures of, but you don't really care enough to go. So,
I mean, I do.
or you don't have kids. So
Who cares?
Universal Studios is now turning from a 2-day adventure into a 5-day trip.
The reason why this is dropping, first of all,
Yes.
today is March 10th. Obviously, when you're listening to this, it won't be March 10th. But March 10th is known as Mario Day because it's March 10th, Mario.
May the Force be Mario.
Yeah. So today, Nintendo celebrates Mario Day on March 10th every year. So that's why this news dropped today. It's my little...
That's a good factoid. That's
Nintendo trying to be relevant.
That's a good, hey, we celebrate Pi Day, but we don't celebrate Mario Day.
Which is Monday. How do you guys
Monday,
celebrate?
That's fucked up. Can I get an extra day off because of that?
Go to work.
I cannot wait to eat chicken pot pie and chocolate cream pie, maybe a pizza
I love
pie.
a Boston cream pie.
Oh, I hate custard is disgusting.
Love
A nice Boston cream, a really good one.
A really good Boston cream pie.
No.
Oh wait, no Boston cream, no. I don't
what
like
are
the
you
custard.
talking about?
Just regular ass chocolate cream pie.
Ugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Super overrated.
No, it's not.
A chocolate cream pie is so overrated.
The best-
You know what?
We're
This
gonna
will
do
be
a
the
pie.
YouTube. This is going to be a YouTube topic
Yeah, we'll
here.
do
All
a
right.
pie
Food
discussion.
discussions, like putting croutons in a Caesar salad wrap.
We're just gonna ask
That's the hill to die on.
when we have guests again, which will probably never happen. But when we have guests again, we'll just ask them, "You like cream pies?"
yeah.
One of the guys,
There's the
favorite kind of
explicit
cream pie.
rating.
somebody I used to work with would just be like, he would. I don't know if he understood, but he kept talking about the little Debbie ones.
Yeah.
He was just like, I love cream pies. I'm like, okay, bro. No, we should definitely have a pie episode. I'm gonna write that one down.
Yeah, write that in your book.
Yeah. So there. Have you been to the Harry Potter world, Chris?
No, I've never actually been to Universal.
wow.
I've been to Disney. I forget how old I was. 13, maybe.
So you're gonna cash in a lot of. I mean, you probably by the time you go, hopefully the Mario World will be there. So
Well, I have a 401k is gonna be gone just for Star Wars area
I know,
and Harry Potter world. So
the Star Wars thing did open that we talked about.
Yes, it
yeah, the
does.
hotel.
Yeah.
That that doesn't. I'm not. I don't know how you feel about that. I'm not truly interested in it. I'm more interested in the park.
I am into it if it doesn't cost me like $10,000.
Well, right now, just going to Florida for
yeah.
a family of 3, 4.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost $10,000 for 5 days. Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I mean, we priced this out one night.
Yeah, we did.
It's not worth it. It is not worth it. honestly.
No, and plus now that the stuff is more catered, also catered towards adults, now you're dropping the adults want to buy stuff. They have income instead of the parents saying, no, only one thing.
I was looking at the best things to buy at Star Wars Land or Galaxy's Edge, and there is a $12,000 astromech droid that you can buy, and it's like fully functional astromech.
Like it can power my starship.
No,
So it knows.
I don't think you can check that in as a check-in item.
It knows all the navigational charts. Like what?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
$12,000? That's
$12,000
a
for
chunk right
yeah,
there.
yeah. I think they've only sold like 3 so far,
Oh gosh.
and I mean,
There's
this is Galaxy's
certain
Edge,
things they
so-
like. I don't necessarily things to buy, but I would love to build my own lightsaber.
Oh yeah,
I love to build my own droid, like
Yeah.
BB-8 droid, whatever it is.
Yeah, well, you can do a BB-8
multiple.
or an astromech.
You could do
But-
multiple. You could customize anything
But
with that
if
stuff.
you
Can I
so-
not get a gonk droid?
I would love a gonk, just to have it be like gonk.
Sean, wouldn't that just be great? Like while we're playing hockey in your backyard, there's just a gonk droid walking around.
Dude,
love that.
imagine how awesome that would be for like a parties for trash bin.
Well,
If
gonk
it
droid
just-
is supposed to power things. It's
Yeah,
a giant power
that's-
cell.
It looks sure as shit. It sure as shit looks like an upside down trash
So
bin.
I flex these nerd muscles.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, but I have heard from somebody who's gone to Galaxy's Edge, if you get a droid, if you do the build a droid, first of all, you have to build 2 because they'll interact with one another. But
Oh.
you release it into the park, like
What
you
are they,
walk
like
around with
pandas?
it.
Yeah.
You release it into the park and it interact with the park.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's so cool.
Like that's the good thing that Disney. We're getting off topic here, but that's the good thing that those parks have. Like the Harry Potter world itself. Now, if you get one of those wands, you can actually like move it along a wall, and some magic stuff will
And
light
that's
up.
so
and
awesome.
Like that's cool. Like kids would probably love all that.
I
stuff.
hate Harry Potter, but that's so cool.
No,
that's
but the
cool.
fact that they're making it like the droids will interact
the
with
little
each other.
details,
It's the little,
exactly.
yeah.
And
the
I
little
guess
thing.
too, part of the Star Cruiser thing, because I was reading a review of it.
Yeah.
I guess like when you go to Galaxy's Edge, it's like a special version of Galaxy's Edge.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not just like, oh, here's the park.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's the same thing. I thought it was the
No,
same
it's
thing. It's just
it's like
the story
the sto-
interaction is a little bit different because you're coming from the hotel in quotes to
Well, no, it's not like a VIP room, but it's like the Star Cruiser version of it.
yeah. Because don't you take a separate shuttle? You take a specific shuttle if you're in the hotel
Yeah,
to the park.
Do you get like
but there's like unique experiences.
Oh, is there? Oh, I didn't.
that's what I
didn't-
mean.
I didn't think that.
But yeah, I don't know. People say it's like you put in what you get out. So just a follow up since we talked about it.
$10,000. You better get a lot out
I think it was
of that.
$10,000, but
No,
it's
it
like
was-
$4,000 for an overnight.
Well, we
Like a day and a half.
we priced it out, right?
was-
Just
Yeah,
the
it was
well, it was
insane.
$6,000
Oh, yeah.
for a family of 4, right?
for what was it? 4 parks or something like that.
Well, no, this is just the Star Wars cruiser. It was $6,000 for. Like,
Oh yeah,
3
yeah.
nights or
That's
something
that,
like
and that's just access to the one park.
yeah,
And you don't even get booze.
yeah.
And-
You don't.
Yeah, and then you don't. So what's that? What park is that? I forget. It's not Magic Kingdom. It's
What?
MGM, I think.
Well, it's not. I don't think
not
it's called MGM
Disney
anymore.
Studios.
Is it Disney? What? It was old MGM.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one out of obviously Magic Kingdom where all the princesses are.
We need to go back to the days where all the Disney stuff had like it didn't all fold nicely into like the Disney IP superstructure. It was like MGM Studios. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more Disney new Disney amusement park news.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
now's the
Since
time.
we're on it, so if you're
right.
traveling out to California, they are shutting down a handful of rides. One of which is Pirates of the Caribbean, out in the California.
Lack of interest, or
No, they're a bunch of their rides are getting, I guess, upgraded. They're renovating.
Are they becoming
rides.
sentient and are going to
Yeah.
rise up?
They
and
got
kill
they
us
got to
all?
kill the.
yeah, it's the last thing we need is a bunch of Johnny Depp robots running around.
So yeah, so yeah.
God, that's horrifying. All the scarves. All the scarves.
It was like a Simpsons episode, and then they shoot one of them, and it's actually Johnny Depp.
Yeah. So, like Islanders getting hoarded like toilet paper during the pandemic.
Yeah, so if you're going out there, it does not have an reopening date yet. So,
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, so it's that on top of a few other rides.
All right, shall we go on to I guess more
Go Oscar.
1%er movie
Let's.
Oscars?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, going to the Oscars. So they're doing again the same thing they did 3 years ago, in 2019.
Yeah, and never actually went through with. They just sort of announced it and threatened it, and then there was backlash.
Yeah,
but they did
and
it in
there was
like
backlash.
August, not 3 weeks before.
Yeah, so they're filming ahead of the 8 o'clock start time. If I read the times right. Either way, it's ahead of the main broadcast. They're filming 8 categories out of 23 prior to the start of the show. I have no idea why, considering the show is still 3 hours long. And I guess they're editing the speeches and then fitting it into the live broadcast. But
Yeah,
the thing is,
yeah.
like these are the categories where like Spider-Man would fall into. A lot of Dune,
The popular.
like, all of the
Right.
the quote unquote popular movies. These are the categories where where they could potentially win.
Yeah.
And the big thing is when I didn't even think of this until somebody brought it up, but when they're actually accepting their award on stage, everybody else is outside showing off dresses and
No, so
tuxedos.
they're supposed to be there before.
They're supposed to,
The
but
show is starting at an hour before. I don't know how they're going to work the red carpet. Like, is there a canned red carpet too? I mean, no one really cares, but
I don't know. I would assume that the red carpet is back, given that essentially the Oscars are back. People will be sitting next to each other.
yeah, absolutely. But
So-
yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it. Look, people really are getting like up in arms about this. I don't care that much. Although I just still think like all the shorts are in the real Oscar broadcast, and it's like no one watches these.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, nobody wants
Why
to.
are we doing
But the
this?
thing is, like a lot of this, like film editing, that's
a real
That's a
category.
real like this is cinema.
Yeah, I don't
that's
think
part of cinema.
cinematography's in there this year. But,
Is it? It's- I
no,
could-
it was on the last
Documentary, short, film editing, makeup and hair, music, original score. So that's
Yeah.
that's gonna be big. Production design also
sound,
big.
maybe.
Short film, animated, short film, live, and sound.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they did put all the shorts in there.
So they did put, they
okay.
put all the shorts in there. But the thing is, you get editing,
guess I had it bad,
hair and
too.
style, original score, and sound, and production design. Which, I mean, all of those are big chunks of actual cinematography.
Oh, yeah. It's
and
important
making a
categories.
movie.
I mean, they say like there hasn't been a Best Picture winner that hasn't had a nomination in editing.
Yeah.
So
I think they're
it's-
trying to. I don't know what the game plan is here. Maybe they were trying to cut down on the length of the
yeah.
program. But
It's
the thing is,
definitely
it's
that.
still slated for 3 hours.
No, so it's more. This is what it is that so it's going to be the same length. It's going to be a 3-hour show, but if we can like trim, couple minutes off of like 10 or 8 categories, that gives us like 20 minutes to play with, where we can do stupid like montages or have
but
them
how do
sing
you
more songs.
think about from start to finish when they announce the Oscar to when they announce the announcer, because we need those, and then the winner. So you have the announcer, and then they talk a brief minute about what the category is, nominations, which you
But
need to know.
There
and
is
then,
though like people walking up. Like I know it's small, but it is like 15 seconds here, 30 seconds there, a minute. Like it does like add up.
8 categories could, all right, maybe 30 seconds per category. You're only saving 5 minutes.
I don't think it's like.
No,
I think it's like a minute. or
I
two.
say that,
It's
but
gonna
like
be
this
a
is
lot more.
okay. But
They're not. I
Look,
don't think they're going to
I'm-
edit the speech.
I don't know what they're trying to do. Like I don't know what the game plan is. If people watch this to watch, either they have an interest in these movies or they like watching it for some reason. That's it. It's clear that they're not going to make it more popular with the movies that they nominate. It's clear that they're never going to do it. So just stop trying to be something else. Just be what you are.
Yeah, that's always been my complaint. It's just like, just own it, man, guys.
Yeah, just own it. You have to understand that with streaming and everything, regular TV network does not. You're not going to get as much viewers as streamers sometimes.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is, you're going crazy because you have what I forget what the viewership was last year or the year before, like 19 million.
It's been
It was
really.
bad. It was
Yeah, but it's still over 15 million.
It's
if
still
I'm not mistaken.
it's still like a pretty widely watched thing. Which I mean,
Yeah.
look, it always has been, but it used to be like not Super Bowl, but like big NFL game kind of audience.
Exactly.
like a top 10 program.
But just accept it. Unless you're going to start nominating the blockbusters and movies that people want to see,
Yeah.
you're not going to increase viewership.
And
numbers.
it's
That's
like,
just
I
the
don't
way
know.
it is.
Even then, I don't even think like that would even help, because like we have
I
those
think it
award
would.
shows and people don't watch those.
I'll tell you though, I watched like the SAG Awards for like 20 minutes or whatever, and that's actually kind of fun. I me's all actors, like it's all very charismatic people who are obviously, being recognized for being good actors. So, it's I don't know, it's like a different vibe. And there's sort of like no one's ever really going to care about the Screen Actors Guild. Although, quick note there, Coda did really well.
Yeah. After hearing, I was just going to say, after hearing that, I'm on board with Coda winning. That's going to be my pick. Even though it's a long shot. It's
going to be
shot.
Power of the Dog.
You say that, but then again,
I don't know.
I don't know because I don't know. We can talk about that later.
Was it Reverent was supposed to win?
Revenant.
Yeah, Revenant.
What's in it? No.
No.
What was that?
What won that year?
Spotlight.
Yeah, that's right. Spotlight.
I'm like singing the on cinema Oscar medley to remember
did
all
Power
the
of the Dog win any SAG awards? I don't think
Cumberbatch
Maybe
win or
Cumby.
something?
I don't know. That was King Richard.
Will Smith.
Will Smith won the lead male.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
And Coda won the ensemble, which is
Coda won
effectively
this
a
supporting
stand-in.
actor as well. Coda won supporting actor.
That's right. He's got a couple ones.
It could
too,
be.
actually.
I could be
He
wrong,
could
but
get
like
in there.
since Power of the
yeah.
Dog, Power of the Dog could be very overrated given how things play out.
Based on this podcast, it's overrated.
Well, so, yes, we
One
hold
of
all
us
the
doesn't
voting
think
rights.
so, but okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I started rewatching it. It was
So boring.
I actually.
And
like
you
the
think
first
Power of the
half
Dog was
better.
not boring?
What?
You think Power of the Dog was not boring?
No, I said it's so boring. The Power of the Dog.
Oh yeah.
It takes forever to be
thought we were
actually
talking about
turn
Coda.
into a movie.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen
you
Coda.
guys gotta
It's
watch
Apple
That's on
TV
what
Plus.
Apple.
You guys
It's like a good
do the-
feeling movie.
Yeah, do the free trial. Watch like 20 things that week.
Yeah.
And then
Do the free trial. Watch Coda, and you need to watch Greyhound. I rewatched that today.
you're going.
This is
you're
like my
going
fifth
away.
time.
You guys do realize you recommended everything on Apple Plus to me.
No, there's,
so-
there's
but it's
Finch,
Sam.
Cherry,
Sam,
and all this stuff.
Sam, seriously though,
And
they're all Sam
in every
shows.
possible way.
This
What's
one's
your favorite
Severance.
war movie? Like, what's your favorite? It has to be some like 1980 movie. but-
favorite war movie
Is-
would
yeah.
be my favorite movie, which is Full Metal
Yeah.
Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. This
Greyhound
isn't
is
really
nothing
like that.
like that.
Nothing like this. I think it was good. I was thinking you would say like Das Boot or
This
like
is like
the All Quiet on
We
the
Were
Western
Soldiers,
Front.
if that's. But We Were Soldiers is still good.
Yeah, We Were Soldiers. Good.
Still good.
Yeah.
Still get Sam Elliott.
Yeah,
This one has-
this is like the epitome of Sam.
This one has
Same
Stephen Graham.
movie.
I don't know. Is that the same thing?
This has Sam written all
Yes.
over it.
But they're all no. It's shocking to me how much these are all Sam like. Like it's not like these are good and Sam will like it. It's like no, these are like Sam shows.
Yeah,
I mean, the fact they threw in The Foundation there, one of my favorite
Yes.
book series.
It's just absurd.
I got to the last episode. I didn't finish. I should probably just because it just became really convoluted at the end. But okay, all right.
While we're talking prestige Oscars stuff, can I share some news? Mm-hmm. I have watched the 3-hour Japanese movie,
Did you really?
Drive My Car.
Was it
Yeah,
3 hours of subtitles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it
Yeah.
a tough one to kind of sit through in one sitting?
Considering the themes of which, I would not say so. I thought so. Can I give my big boy or my like?
Yeah, you get to
teasery review.
give
Yeah,
your
yeah.
review,
Okay.
and you get to give it a number.
Okay, we might talk.
What
maybe
is-
I could
what is
convince
this
you.
movie, by the
This
way?
is on HBO Max.
It is. What's the name though?
Drive My Car.
There you go.
Okay. So Drive My Car is a Best Picture nominee and the Japanese entry for Best Foreign Film. And I think we also got a Best Director nom out of it too. Essentially, excuse me. Essentially, it's a 3-hour movie about this guy who's a actor / director who him and his wife have had some like hardships and yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the first act. You can't spoil anything in the first act. His wife dies, and a lot of the movie is a lot of themes of like loss and getting past that, and to like a lesser extent, like being true to yourself and following your heart and things like that. I know this movie, so it's odd that we're doing this the same week as Batman, which is also a 3-hour movie. Batman would probably describe, not to spoil it, a lot of plot. This one is more or less the exact opposite. And, look, if you saw this and you're like, oh, a foreign language movie, an Asian foreign language movie got nominated for Best Picture. Oh, your mind is like, oh, this is Parasite. This is not Parasite. Parasite's like a pretty like genre-y, like it's, you know, if it didn't have subtitles, I think Parasite would be a pretty popular movie. It'd be like Knives Out, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, this is definitely like an art film, you know? But it's not in a way that like will make you feel like it's still very accessible. It's just like a grown-up kind of story. Like it's not, you know, like David Lynch, like crazy shit I don't care about. It's got like, or, you know, where like this shot for like 20 minutes kind of bullshit. No, it's not. It's just like great dialogue, great writing. And yeah, it's pretty much that. It's about a guy trying to like get over some very hard parts of his life. And essentially the reason why it's called Drive My Car is that, you know, his wife dies, and then 2 years later, he kind of has like a mental breakdown after that. 2 years later, he's trying to like revive his career. So he goes to, he's in Japan. I think they live in Tokyo. And then he goes to Hiroshima as a part of this like film or theater festival they have. And a part of it is that, and this part is like, you know, okay, yeah, sure, movie. Essentially for like liability reasons or something like that, the people who are like hiring him to put on the play, require him to like be driven around because like they had, you know, someone get like a DUI or like overworked and got into an accident or something like that. So they just do it as a courtesy. And the thing is, it's like his car that he loves to drive around. And so there's kind of like some barriers there. Anyway, I texted Sam. It's kind of a Sam movie.
Yeah. You sold it to me like this is kind of it like Pig.
Yeah, it's got a lot of the same themes.
Yeah.
But no, it's the last hour is like really solid. Like, cause like a lot of the themes of which crystallize. It's weird because like not a lot really happens in this movie. Like, you know, I mean, like, so most of it is like him putting on the play, and the play is like this weird sort of like experimental thing where people are speaking different languages, not like West Side Story, but like one actor is Korean, so they're speaking Korean, one's Japanese, one's Chinese, and one's speaking, I think, like Arabic or something like that.
So it's like 70s Italian cinema.
Yeah, yes, but the actual dialogue is what they're saying. Yes. Good poll, Sam. Yeah, no, I really liked it. It really grew on me, especially at the end. An incredible moment happens 40 minutes in. I'm not going to spoil it if you ever watch it, but just, it's awesome. And yeah, and I would say too, it's on HBO. I know a 3-hour foreign language film is fucking daunting. Believe me, I know. You can definitely split it up in like 2 nights, hour and a half, or even do like the first 40 minutes and then the rest of the movie. So yeah, I would recommend it, though. Like, I will totally understand it's not for everybody, but I'm going to give it an 8.5.
All right, cool.
Is it over any of your power rankings for the best picture?
You know, I see why it's getting hype.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's sort of like for it to even be in like the conversation is like hype. You know,
yeah,
like it's already like way punching above its weight.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's actually going to get Best Picture. I don't think so, but
no, because then the whole thing's like a sham. Then the whole thing's a sham.
Yeah, and I would say too, it's not like a great. Like I think Parasite. Like I said, Parasite. I think is like what Bong Joon-ho said when he got the award for it. It's like if you get past the subtitles, it's like a very, you know. I mean, we all love that movie. Like we all really like it.
Oh yeah.
This one's like not exactly the same sort of deal, but no, I mean it was really good though. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Cool. That's on HBO, you said?
HBO Max.
HBO Max streaming.
Yeah. Hopefully one of you maybe checks it out at some point. We can kind of
You're looking my way.
No, I know.
I don't know.
Actually, Chris, it's funny too because like I don't know if we had this discussion on or off the podcast of like we can't keep telling Chris to watch shows, but there's this other one on Hulu that would have been like a very easy like, oh Chris, you should watch this because it's one on Theranos, the blood company.
Yeah, with Amanda Seyfried, right? Yeah, I would want to watch it, but
you know, yeah.
The list.
The list is very long.
It really is.
Do we have any other news?
I have one little bit of news that I want to talk about.
We haven't even got to the Obi-Wan trailer.
I know, it's great.
Oh, fuck,
right,
really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Really quick. So we all remember Roland Emmerich's new film, Moonfall. Was released, I want to say it's been close to a month. So, guys, this thing bombed bad.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
not
Would
news.
you say
Everybody
cratered?
knew that.
No, this is news. So the budget estimating between 138 and 146 million dollars. Okay,
So 200 million with advertising.
we'll say 200 worldwide. This movie has made 39.6 million.
But has it been widely released
Yes.
worldwide?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what studio?
Okay.
What studio?
Oh God, I forget. It's Lionsgate.
Ooh.
This
That's-
movie bombed bad.
That's
Lionsgate,
like a,
Lionsgate is such one of those like risky. They're risky
Yeah.
betters.
Well, they usually, when they first started, they went after like independent films and distributed those.
Yeah.
And then slowly started getting into the mainstream kind of
That
film.
like first like big hit was like Saw, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, they hit it with 300 too. Like, that wasn't. I thought Lionsgate with.
Was that Lionsgate?
300.
I thought it was Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I thought that was on.
Really, I thought it was Lionsgate.
No, I think that was Warner Brothers.
My dumb joke is here, Lionsgate, more like Heaven's Gate, which destroyed a movie studio.
That
Oh,
is true.
I thought you were talking about the cult.
No, but it also works. It also works.
No, Lionsgate isn't part of a big.
No.
Right?
That was
they're
one they
own-
were
Legendary.
saying-
Legendary did 300.
Legendary did 300. Okay, all right.
That was one they were saying would maybe get gobbled up by like an Apple or something like
Yeah.
that. I'm surprised they're still independent.
Right? That could be like
They
a
are-
board choice. You know, that's
Was it of the small studios? They're like the biggest.
Yeah, they're the
Yeah,
biggest
good-
small fish.
good for them. Good for them. Hold
I'm
hold
happy
out.
they're still around. But yeah,
Hopefully this doesn't sink in.
oh my God, this is
Well,
bad.
this
And it
is
doesn't-
the bad news bears for them.
It doesn't help that Roland Emmerich also went on record too when this was being dropped and been like, "Oh yeah, superhero movies is like ruining good films like my movies."
Oh please! Spielberg has been saying that, and
No.
nothing stopped him from.
No, Spielberg has not been saying that. First of all, you're thinking
Who am I
of,
thinking of then?
I thought he said something though.
He might, but the two
Oh,
big
no, it was,
critics was
God,
Coppola and
Yeah.
Scorsese.
yeah, Scorsese was the other. Yep,
because
you're
you know
right, you're right.
Hugo, like that was
No, the big one was Coppola, who's
Yeah.
like called him like garbage.
yeah,
Yeah, it was fucking great.
but
That whole,
Well,
that
that one-
interview was amazing.
Well, that $1 billion garbage could go to a different studio than
yeah,
yours.
right, yeah, like one makes money, the other one, but
He's
yeah,
just like selling some fucking wine to make a like $100 million movie that's probably gonna not be good. But, you know.
but like the fact that Roland
to see
Emmerich's like he's like complaining about Marvel movies. It's like, bro, you did like Day After Tomorrow, 2012, and like 10,000 BC, like
And the Godzilla.
and the Godzilla movie.
Which, like aside from 10,000 BC, the other ones like were not awful.
Yeah, they
but,
were.
Yeah, like Roland Emmerich is good at making giant dumb movies.
Yeah, but it's
Like-
not like
like
you
Independence
expect
Day.
more of that.
Independence
It's not like
Day.
you expect more.
Yeah, I don't expect more from those.
Independence Day, Stargate. You know, I think Day After Tomorrow is like good.
Yeah.
for
It's
what
not
it
bad.
is.
It's
for what it is.
it's a mind off.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
It's
Oh,
a big
yeah.
old disaster movie.
yeah, yeah.
and it's fun.
It
It's like,
he fits the bill
whatever.
right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're
But
gonna make
the problem
100
is
million and
Roland
200
Emmerich
million.
has like a handful of movies where you're like, oh yeah, that was fun. Like, turn your brain off and watch it. And the others are just like, why did you make this movie?
He made a movie about the Stonewall riot that was like apparently horrible.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Roland Emmerich is just a weird guy.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think we got to leave it there. We got a lot
we
to
have
talk
to,
about.
yeah.
We're
Yeah.
definitely going to go long on the Batman.
Let's try and keep it short for
Hop
Obi-Wan.
right into Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan trailer dropping somewhat out of nowhere, but you figured it had to come out because we were expecting it to drop this year.
2 months.
Yeah.
This is technically a teaser, which is bullshit. Anyway,
No, it's a trailer.
trailer.
I know,
Dude,
but
it's a trailer.
it is technically
Couple things.
It is labeled as a teaser.
He didn't. We didn't see him with the lightsaber.
No, we
Right?
didn't.
Yeah,
He had,
we didn't,
he had a gun.
No.
But that's, I mean, all right. To just jump right into it. You saw the Sith Inquisitors.
We have to jump into it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no. We have to jump into it. Duel of Fate's back.
Okay, not just that. Do you know why Duel of Fates and oh god, what is the name of the episode 3 song? Something of Heroes.
Battle of Heroes.
Battle of the Heroes. Do you know why those songs are back?
Well, I would assume
Well-
Darth Maul.
Well, we'll see. But the reason why those 2 songs are back is because the composer of those 2 songs is
Really?
back.
He's doing the
Yeah,
show.
oh,
that's
John
right.
Williams
I
is
read
doing
that
the
in the-
score
Oh,
for
yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Good.
Nice.
Good. So they wouldn't have put Duel of Fates in
Probably
there
not.
if we did not see at least at least Darth Maul. Because
I think no, they've been doing the riffs on it though the whole time.
yeah, but I mean,
we've
come
had,
on. This is
Sunset.
like Feige and Filoni at.
Okay.
No, not Feige.
Favreau.
Favreau.
Yeah,
Damn
there
it!
you go.
Come on.
Feige. I'm like, this is
Too many F's at Disney.
There's a lot.
Favloni.
There's so many. There's so many. But you know what I'm talking about. Like they think about this stuff. They wouldn't have put it in there unless they were either
Yeah, but
going
they're not
to
attached
do.
to this.
I thought they were. I thought Filoni's essentially
I think they're
in charge
like,
now.
They're more withdrawn than they more or less run the other show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And actually, I think still with Ahsoka are going to be pretty involved with that. But this is like its own thing. This is like the Cassian Andor show.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I don't think they would have put it in there if we're not going to get him. I mean, I would love to get
Darth
Darth
Maul?
Maul. Oh yeah, I'd love to get
Oh
him.
yeah,
in there.
like I love that part of Solo.
Well, you guys didn't
Well,
look at it.
did you see the lost episodes with not the lost
Yeah,
episodes,
yeah,
the
the
final
final
season?
season?
Like he's still alive.
Yeah.
Still alive.
You guys don't think it's a very simple like, hey guys, prequels back. We're reloading the prequels. I mean, we have literally, Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen in it. Like,
And,
prequels back.
to a lesser extent. Was it Joel Edgerton
Joel Edgerton.
as
The Edge.
was it Owen Lars?
Yeah.
Look.
See,
We might even get.
They sold him enough here where I'm like, I think he's going to be a big part of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's no way he would just show up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm sure he'll be in it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon. Yoda
try
would
that
be-
again.
Jesus. Qui-Gon Jinn. I'll say that, right? Am I wrong?
Neeson.
What am I missing here?
I don't know. You said Liam Neeson and Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
I said
What do you...
Oh, I'm thinking Leslie Nielsen. Never mind.
Oh God, Sean,
Wow.
you're
That was
making me
wow.
lose it here.
Sorry,
Oh
I'm
my
on like
God.
third beer.
Jesus.
And I didn't
I'm
even
like,
give him
are
a
you
rest.
talking about Liam Neesy's?
No, he needs to start doing shots. He's making me second guess everything I'm saying.
I'm
now.
warming up for next
This is
Thursday.
a man
I
who's
would-
drank 2.5 Budweisers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's give him some space.
I have not
Also-
eaten dinner, by the way.
Also,
Have
we're
not
back.
eaten
We're
dinner.
back together. If you can't tell,
Yeah, we are finally in the same room.
Yeah,
the round table has been reassembled.
The square table.
the rectangle
still-
table, actually
square.
rectangle with the square table.
Yeah.
But no,
It has been reforged.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got like a ghost.
I hope so that Qui-Gon shows
It
back
would be
up
nice. It would be nice. It wouldn't surprise me.
Like, because he's supposed at the end of episode 3, they're like, "Hey, he's going to train you to find out how to become one with the Force."
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll see. Doubt Yoda will ever show up in this show.
No.
no chance.
Nope.
No.
He is very much isolated, and as you can see from episode 5, he's very, very crazy. So,
So, what bets do we have that Jimmy Smith shows up in this?
oh my god, that would be great. Well, it looks like
I think he is
on the
though.
plus side.
I thought
Like, I would
thought
love
he,
it if
I
he
thought
just
he's.
shows up.
I thought it was confirmed that he's. In.
I don't know, but on the plus side with this show, which one of our complaints about the Book of Boba Fett is, it's going off world.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh, well, all those
thankfully.
shots of not Tatooine.
yes,
Yes,
Our-
they made it very clear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's not Coruscant, but it's some sort of. It looks very much like. I'm just.
It doesn't
yes,
matter. It's
feed it
not
to me.
Tatooine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Inquisitor, I think are going to be. It's going to be cool because
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in the games. The only other time I've seen him was in the Star Wars TV show, the animated.
Rebels.
Was it Rebels? Yeah. That's the only other time I've seen him.
It was it Jason Isaacs did it in the
Oh really?
in the
God, I'd love to
TV
see
show.
him in Star Wars.
That would have been
He
great.
he would have been a perfect Grand Moff. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he would. Just imagining it now.
Also, we need to get Barenthal into these somehow.
It would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice.
Don't ask me how, but
I'm looking. I do not see Jimmy Smith's name anywhere.
oh, dude, he'll
But
be.
I
there,
hope
believe
so,
me.
'cause he's
they're
one of-
leaving all the big cameos out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh yeah, this trailer is.
But nobody says.
Jimmy Smith is a big cameo.
He's like one of the best things about the prequel trilogy.
Best part about Rogue One.
Yeah, yeah.
I still love that. Like, it's like the musical cues and the lighting. This is like reverence of like a guy who's in the other one for like 3 minutes. Anyway,
I mean, it looks,
okay.
it looks
So
interesting.
my big takeaway here, pre-trailer, John was like, Yeah, all right. Obi-Wan trailer. Yeah, let's see what happens. Post trailer, hyped.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm hyped for this now.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this was just Duel of Fates.
Yeah, and like the perfect blend with Battle of Heroes.
You put a different song to that. I don't know if I'm as hyped.
Yeah, it seriously, like, you're like, oh, it's Obi-Wan, whatever. Like, oh, this is show, and then it's like, what? I was like,
And then they started showing things that aren't Tatooine. And I was all like, yes.
Yeah. Once they start showing off-world. Okay. Thank you.
so good.
All right.
100% in
May 25th, you said? All right. Let's
Cannot wait.
get it going. It should be right after Moon Knight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
we got
will.
Moon Knight coming up.
Moon Knight
Yeah, we
is
got
coming
the
out soon.
press is starting on Moon Knight, so that's dropping soon.
That's
Cannot wait.
right.
Well, future presentation.
Feature presentation.
Did Chris see the Batman?
Chris
Yeah, I saw the
did
Batman.
see
Oh, okay.
I
cool.
did see the Batman. Yeah, I saw the Batman.
All right.
I started on Monday and
I
ended
like
on
how
Tuesday.
it's called The Batman because it sounds like we saw him in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see The Batman?
Shook his hand. Well, this week's movie, The Batman, as you probably could guess, the newest incarnation starring Robert Pattinson, directed by Matt Reeves.
Yeah. From
The
Planet of the
Apes
Apes
movies.
movies.
And Cloverfield.
Yeah.
and others. Yeah, so we got Robert Pattinson as Batman. This has been described as a year 2 Batman, so sort of like not exactly an origin story, but sort of like seeing his first challenges, maybe would be the way to describe it. Yeah. Well, let me just go a little bit further. A lot going on in this movie, to say the least. We have, the Riddler is more or less the big bad who pays this like psychopathic killer, more or less just standing in for the Joker.
Oh man, I just got flashbacks to Bloodshot.
That movie ruined that song for me.
Which for a while we thought was going to be the closest we got to the Joker, and then we decided to be very wrong about that. Not to spoil, but yeah. Anyway, Catwoman, Penguin doesn't really do
Catwoman.
Penguin stuff. We got
Penguin's
John
got just
Turturro
there.
as a mob boss, Falcone.
Yep. Falcone.
Falcone.
And then the other one's Maroni, who I didn't realize one is Eric Roberts and the other is Tom Wilkinson in the Nolan movies.
Yep.
Two different. I didn't realize. I thought they're just supposed to be generic mob guys. I
No.
didn't realize they're actual characters.
Yep, they're actual
Yeah.
Batman characters.
Well, obviously,
Mob bosses.
much darker tone.
Just a wee bit.
Very,
To
very,
say
very,
the least.
very brooding.
So this movie took heavily from the Batman story arc, Long Halloween, which is one that has been on my list of I really need to read this. Ended up doing that with The Killing Joke, so eventually I will get around to Long Halloween. But it was also Long Halloween was also the inspiration for The Dark Knight. So as
It's
you
a
can
cool
see,
name too, by the way. The
Long Halloween, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like once it starts where it's like Halloween, I was like, oh, they're using the Long Halloween. I know this. So, but yeah. So based on what John just said, how there's a lot going on here, there was the potential of this movie sucking horribly. Because you are
you
juggling
guys were lukewarm on Robert Pattinson, too.
was, yeah.
Well, I actually
not
liked Robert Pattinson.
Oh, you
in
did?
this. I was like, ooh, that's
No,
an
no, no,
interesting.
before.
No,
you
he's
saw
talking
it.
before. I was
Before.
definitely
Oh,
lukewarm.
I got to sense that you guys were a little lukewarm.
Before,
was
no,
100%.
I was still interested in Robert Pattinson. It was like everything else. I was lukewarm.
Okay.
I was just very nervous looking at this movie and just being like, you've got this year 2 Batman plus 3 super, like, quote unquote super villains. I was like, there's a lot going on here, and there's a chance this could suck horribly. I know Matt Reeves has done some good stuff in the past, like we said, the Planet of the Apes movies and Cloverfield. But like, I was like, this might be terrible.
Could I just to help the context here, really quick?
Yeah.
Minor tangent. Planet of the Apes movies. Where do you put those? Like, in like, are they like pretty good? Like,
Yeah, no,
because
I-
people have talked about Matt Reeves with some sort of like reverence, and I'm like,
Have you
They're-
seen all 3 of them?
I haven't seen the last one.
They, as a trilogy, they're solid. It's a
Okay.
solid trilogy.
Yeah, but it's not. does it ascend? Like, does it break through, or is it just like?
I mean, the tough thing is you're fighting the original, which if you go into that not knowing how it ends, like my God, what a bombshell ending that is.
Yeah.
It's it's
so
a Rod
you
Serling
think,
film.
you think
so.
the hype is like appropriate?
Oh yeah, 100%. It is
Yeah.
a great trilogy.
Okay.
They're well done movies.
Yeah,
They're well done.
All right. I just wanted to take a.
It's a watch once, I would say.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, I don't know if that would. Oh, anyway, okay. Back to the Batman, though. Yeah, I mean, my worry going in was like too much going on.
Yeah.
Maybe too much in the trailer.
3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours. And like, look, man, we all know Batman's dark. You know, like even the light ones, which there's
there aren't any.
right, but
No,
they're all.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
Batman
okay, all right,
Forever.
yeah.
But it's a heavy movie to endure 3
Yes.
hours of.
Yes,
And
I
you know,
agree.
to contrast it, what I was going to go earlier, you know, I'm looking at my watch a little bit during this. And it's like there's a lot of plot going on, but like I'm still like, I know where we're going. Let's get there.
Yeah.
Look, overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. There's flaws to it for sure. There's a lot to like for me, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. But it's definitely like a good, maybe in time very good, but like not great for. And like part of it is just I think there's too much going on, and it's tough too because it's like I think the Catwoman stuff works. I think what I really liked, and like this hadn't necessarily occurred to me, even though I guess it's there to a certain extent in like Dark Knight and some of the Nolan ones, is that you know Batman is set in a world of crime, like of like actual crime. Like it's not like I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it's not just like people shooting laser beams at each other. Like there's actual like. He's like working in the framework, and there's these like really crazy people who are like manipulating it and like making it worse, like the supervillains. But it's more like grounded, you know.
Right.
It's
it's more of a realistic comic book,
right.
Hence the Detective Comics.
Yes, Pacey's a
Yeah.
detective. Yeah.
So yes, you have like these characters like you know Mr. Freeze who has a superpower-esque kind of thing. There's characters like that. Clayface is another one, but like for the most part, what is it? Oh my God, I'm slipping on the word. The Rogue Gallery, for the most part, very realistic, down to earth type characters. And
I mean, quirky as all hell. But
well, at times it
but
can
it's about
be,
like dealing drugs and like robbing places,
Right.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
knocking off like
it's like
people in
mob.
power.
It's a bunch of mob bosses fighting over a city, and Batman is the guy trying to control it all.
Yeah.
What I did enjoy about this, and like, it kind of like it was sort of obvious after the fact, but it was like I was sitting there like, why did it take us this long to have like a genuine mystery story with a Batman plot?
Yes,
A true
right?
noir movie
Yeah.
Yeah, like
with
because
the
like
voiceover and everything.
like just like a genuine mystery, whereas you're just like I don't know what's going on. Neither does Batman.
Yeah.
Right, isn't that
Let's
the,
go on,
isn't that
give her
the
an
point
adventure.
of Batman? Is to
Yeah,
solve the
he's an
mysteries.
adventure. He's
He's
a
the
detective.
world's greatest detective.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like you see, like in the Nolan movies, that's like kind of there,
But that's
it's
not kind of the point.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. It's more him like fighting the supervillain.
Yeah. Whereas like this is there's a genuine mystery of like
Right. There's a conspiracy, and
what
like,
the hell is the Riddler up to?
Yeah.
Like,
And going in, I think we all kind of had the same kind of hesitation where it's we've seen a bunch of Batmans. Where are they going to go with this?
Yeah.
And I mean, more brooding, way more brooding than anything
Well,
else beyond belief.
Speaking of the brooding, what I did like is they kind of take the piss out of Batman in this,
yes,
where they're like, yeah, like sucks that your parents died, but you're still like a rich kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, take a step back.
Yeah,
all right?
and I like
And I like how they knocked him down a peg.
But the thing is, I like how they had a lot of Batman. It was very little Bruce Wayne,
Yeah,
and I
almost
think that
none.
helped. I think that helped in this particular situation.
well, it helped
where
the
it's-
character because it was like he's retreated so much. He's become that like emo kid now.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
It's like
that's exactly what they were going
writing
for.
in the
Yeah.
diaries and everything.
And
Yeah,
emo,
that's
they were going for an emo Batman and like they said, if you've been living under a rock and don't know, but like they relied very heavily on like Kurt Cobain and Nirvana, in which Nirvana has a song in this movie.
Everybody has a song in this movie.
It is.
No,
it is
it's
kinda,
literally one
no,
song.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
twice.
Yeah, they use it
it's a song.
twice, and it's a Nirvana song.
Is that the is that the song with just the guitar, like
Yeah.
the
And-
slow
yeah.
the slow?
Well,
I'm
and,
awful
like,
with
somebody
music right
is
now.
singing-
So
Well, honestly, with Nirvana, I've always stood by like, yes, I'm happy what they've done for music, but my God, are they overplayed on the radio?
God,
so
well,
I can't listen to Nirvana. And I heard this song twice in this movie, and I was like, I think that's Nirvana. I had to look it up at the end, but I was like, kind of like that song.
but it fits. It
fits
fit,
so-
it fit well
Yeah,
with
yeah.
what they were doing.
Yeah,
And I guess too, he was like Reeves was like listening to Nirvana while he like.
Oh,
wrote
really?
this.
Oh,
and
of course he was.
that's fine because that's where they took the inspiration for this from, and that's fine by me. That like you were able to find that inspiration through that, but going with the music still. Obviously, we have a new theme song. It's kind of like the third theme song we've ever had for Batman. You had the Danny Elfman theme, which they used for that run.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the Hans Zimmer theme for the Dark Knight trilogy, and now you have this new one. And honestly, I kind of dig this new theme.
It grew on me like I think the minute I got sold was when Penguin was sitting like in the car upside down,
Yes,
and
yes.
Batman started walking up and
From the trailer.
Yeah.
From
From the trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
was-
think
that
they
was cool.
really the trailer like had too much in it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
And
agree.
like there was no like that would have been fucking awesome if
Yes.
that was the first time we saw that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
because you're right. I was watching this. I'm like, I feel like this should have a bigger impact than what I'm
Yeah.
thinking because I've
But,
probably seen
it
it
was
before.
probably because we've seen it before.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it was.
but it's also
great scene.
as John was mentioning, like this is 3 hours. This is 3 hours.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
And it didn't. You're right. There was a lot of plot, but there was, at least from my perspective, and great. It was really late at night. Like it didn't really get hung up on anything. It just kind of it kind of
No,
moved
it
at a
just
steady
the
pace.
story flowed.
It almost
Yeah.
was like, oh, don't worry about that. We're on to the next thing.
Yeah, it's they're not doing a lot of exposition on anything. They're just kind of let's go.
Well,
This
I mean,
is it.
it's almost all exposition.
Well,
We're not. Yeah, I mean, we're really not like inhabiting the world. It's like people are telling us what's going on the whole time. Really.
Right.
And I think that's a flaw movie making wise. Does it really matter in a Batman comic book movie?
I will say this, like, this movie does something that always just annoys me, which is when all the characters talk like this and they
Oh,
mumble
God.
all the time.
Oh well, yeah.
there's
And
a
it was
there's a
I'm
period
like the
where
whole
it's
time
just-
I was just like, it's a Batman movie, Sam. This is what they kind of do in Batman movies.
yeah, but they did it for like 40 minutes in a row.
it just
and
annoyed me that Jerry Wright was doing it the whole
yes,
time. I was like,
yes.
I get enough from Batman. I
that's-
don't need you.
that's
There
like
was
his
you're
voice,
right.
though.
There was
Yeah,
that
he
like
has a very
initial
deep
that was
raspy
no. He was exaggerating it a lot because there was the ones. I know exactly what section of the movie you're talking about where he's just sitting there and you're like, why the hell are they all talking like this?
What'd you think of Jeffrey Wright in this?
I
I mean, I
him.
love him as an actor.
Yeah,
He's a
I
great
love,
actor.
I, love him
really
too.
liked him.
yeah,
And I thought he was good in this.
I don't know.
I love
I'm
the
still
fact-
not great. I'm still not big like casting wise.
I'm
I
not-
don't think he was. I think there's just better people he could have had.
I
Yeah,
don't think
but-
there was no. I don't know about you guys. To me, there was no standouts that really like shined in this. Everybody
Oh,
just did well.
I don't know about that. I think Zoe Kravitz is like awesome as Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
know,
was-
Chris, I know you hate
yeah,
Catwoman.
I can't. I'm biased on this. So
You are
it's-
biased on that, but yeah, for Catwoman, I thought she did an amazing job. The role didn't really feel like shoehorned in; it felt organic.
Yeah, she felt important to the plot.
It
Right,
did. Although
right.
There were
like,
a few things.
I think
that
especially since the plot focuses so much on Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
slash Batman.
and like truthfully, Batman like needs somebody to talk to. Like
Yeah.
he needs somebody like going through this journey with him.
Yeah.
And like the way they sort of structured Alfred in this, that wasn't really going to happen.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of liking the lack of Alfred throughout the movie.
Okay.
Look, we got a lot of Batman, a lot of Alfred, and I'm just glad. I'm glad we got something. I'm glad we got something just different in more ways than you would expect.
I absolutely love this movie did something that all the other ones never touched upon. Going into Alfred's backstory, like who Alfred was before the Waynes. So he was in the
hospital. Was he in the hospital?
No. Before the Waynes, before being employed as a
Oh
butler.
yeah, when he's talking about the cipher.
Yes,
that's right.
So he was in the service.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Was it M16?
Yeah.
Right? Not M16.
MI6.
MI6.
Oh, wow, you're
no.
close.
Close enough. No, he was in MI6. So like he mentions that in this, like, oh, my time in the service, and that's why he's like working on the puzzles and stuff. Like he did that as a living before he became a butler for the Waynes. And
you do have that in Dark Knight a little bit.
Not so much.
I mean, that's like some men like to watch the whole world burn. Like
Yeah.
that's
Didn't he tell a story about going
The Tangerine.
I did like that though, and I liked that it was the cipher and going back to the.
All right, there's a video on YouTube that I've shown Sam. It's called The Dark Tangerine, and somebody re-edited the whole scene with Alfred from the Dark Knight Rises, where he tells the story about a tangerine being the size of a tangerine, where they just keep editing in the word tangerine over and over, and it's hysterical.
It's solid internet humor.
Oh yeah, and like you cannot rewatch that scene ever again without thinking of the tangerine. Oh, anyways,
Okay.
this is why we were laughing.
So yeah, I mean, I thought he was fine. I didn't think. What's his name?
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
I thought he was fine. He's not in the movie much.
No, and that was perfect.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I
It
wouldn't
wasn't
hate
his
if he did
movie.
it more, but either way,
Going forward.
it's Alfred. It's not the absolute end of the world.
It's nice seeing Andy Serkis play a not like over the top character.
Yeah, actually, yes, that's a really
Because
good
like
point,
he
too.
is a good actor.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to see him. Tone it down.
Tone down. Yeah.
Chris, I think
I feel like I'm still digesting this movie, by the way.
Dude, yeah.
I think, it's definitely one that like I left and I was like, I'll never go see this again. Or going in was like a 3-hour movie. I don't want to endure that. But it's like, I kind of want to go see it again. Like I feel like I almost wish this was like the Dune experience where I could go see it in movies of I guess my own choosing, and then like go home and like just watch scenes.
Yeah.
See,
I wish I could. Oh, and I guess it's gonna come. It's like the end of March. It's on.
Oh, really?
Or it's like super cool. It's like a very
it's like a
short
30-day
window.
period and that's
So
that's it.
I want to be super critical of this movie
Do it.
right now.
Look, can we do that? I'd like to.
I
want
want
to
to be super critical.
Cut it.
This movie. So they mentioned like not Saw. 7 was a heavy influence. This movie needed to be R.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
It would have.
They needed to push the limits a little bit more.
The fact that the main villain is essentially a serial killer, killing people in graphic ways, and you don't see any of that. You get one F-bomb, and it's 5 minutes into the movie.
I know it was way too early.
Way too early.
Spent all the currency in the beginning.
Every
When did
time
they
the
even
Penguin
say
talk,
it?
I don't even remember, but like Penguin even says friggin' a lot. Like no, let him say fuck.
It should have been R. This whole thing should have
Yes.
It
been
would
R.
have been great. It'll never happen, but it should have been.
No,
It
but
should have been.
Yeah, it should have been R.
This is such a dark movie with such a dark theme and like everything to it. It should have been rated R.
Right? Just go
They'll
all
never
out.
do
Like
it,
go
though.
full, not full Sin City, but like go a little bit that way.
Doesn't need any nudity, but like
No, but just keep it R.
dude,
Like, do
but
it.
it's a
It's
dude
wild,
who
though.
blows up. His head blows up, and they're like, "Oh no, let's not show
yeah,
it."
don't like rats eat his face or something. The
There's
other
another
guy's
guy
face.
who's and like Jeffrey Wright's character shows it to the Penguin. He's like, "Look at his face. This
Yeah,
is what he...
and they don't-
And like they're like, "Oh, don't show the picture."
Well,
to
that's
him."
because I was looking at him like I didn't get that mental image when they showed the rat cage.
Exactly.
I didn't get that.
Right.
So why not just
show it.
rated R? You know. It's-
You know what though? It's weird though. This is a PG-13 movie. Do you think this is a great movie to bring a 13-year-old to?
No, it's
No,
such a
so
dark,
just
dark
go R.
theme.
Just go R.
Why not?
Look, it's Joker was what rated?
Joker was R.
Joker was R.
Joker was
Joker
R.
was R and was like, I mean, first off, it was super profitable because they didn't spend the amount of money they just spent on Batman.
Exactly.
Well, yeah,
Batman's a
okay, well,
$200 million
obviously.
movie. But no, I mean, Joker killed. Joker,
But
like,
Joker did well, and people liked the movie. And I mean, Deadpool, granted, is like tentpole and it's kind of a big budget, but that's also rated R. It's
I mean, I think
it's possible to have
Logan.
even Logan.
Suicide
It's
Squad.
possible
The
to
Suicide
have
Squad
a
movie.
rated R movie and still make bank on it.
Agreed.
Just do it. embrace
Especially
it.
But it's
this kind of Batman.
If DC is trying to, or Warner Brothers is trying to find their niche
But there's-
with the superhero stuff, they found it with the Joker, and this, just make it R and go.
there's no real upside though. People are gonna go see Batman. You're just like what? You're just saying like, okay, $200 million is like off the like. I'm just gonna make $200 million less on this movie. You know, are they gonna do that for Batman? I mean, maybe like Joker is like a, whatever. It's a Joker movie. Like, what were we really expecting? But Batman, like Batman's a special event. We've got our own novelty pizza item. Okay,
God,
we
that
don't
thing.
have that for the Suicide Squad. No, but like seriously,
No,
though.
I
AMC had a Batman plastic thing you could eat out of, like you're scooping popcorn out of his skull.
It's where doesn't matter who's under the cape and cowl, it's still Batman, no matter what. And which we'll get into what Chris wants to do in a second. But like it's always going to be Batman, no matter who the actor is.
Yeah.
Whereas like Joker, it changes depending on who the actor is, which we got a new Joker in this movie. I want your
Five
thoughts.
seconds.
Oh, please.
We had a unnamed Arkham inmate.
Yeah, I love how it was a well-known actor for the like 30 people who know who this actor is. I mean, he was in Dunkirk.
I had no idea.
I have
who
no
it was,
idea.
by the way. No, I mean I know who Barry Keoghan is.
Yeah, but like, what else? He's in. Isn't he in?
He's
Fantastic
in-
Beasts.
No, he's in
Or is
fucking
that-
Eternals.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's in that. But like, I don't care. Like, I guess like Matt Reeves even
is
shot
is
like.
he like a bit? You mean like is he big enough to get you interested?
Yeah.
Okay. What if it was Leto though?
All right. So here's my thing. I kind of
if it was
You kind of
friggin',
thought it was at first.
No.
right?
Yeah.
I
For a
wanted-
second, I was like, "Oh no, no!"
I wanted this to
No.
tie into the Joker.
Leto would have.
Oh,
Seriously.
for it to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have this be.
That's
have it be
that's what
Joaquin.
I was hoping.
By the
I
way-
would love that.
Yeah.
Minor tangent. Oh crap! What's his name? Fuck.
Who? Character. Just say the character.
No, the director.
Matt
Fuck.
Reeves?
The guy Black Hawk Down. Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott.
He's doing a Napoleon movie. A great picture. Joaquin Phoenix and Napoleon. Get it.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
It looks so much like he's like, oh, that's fucking Napoleon.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyways.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But
I would have liked that.
I don't know if he's gonna. I mean, he just said like, no, don't expect him back, which I don't
Yeah.
know what that even supposed to mean anymore.
I don't know.
I think he's done.
I think it was a
Okay.
one and done. Which, if it's a one and done movie, such a waste.
Oh, if the Batman is.
Joker.
No,
No,
if
Joker.
the
Joker.
Oh,
If the-
Jo-
because you're.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's such a waste. Like
I don't know.
it's just kind of like this
I don't think they're gonna go back to the well.
No.
one good thing. Like, let's just keep it that.
Just have Todd Phillips make another. Make like a. They can't do Riddler because they just did it. But
Kite
like
Man.
make like yeah. Well, no, you could.
look. You could look. Kite Man is a very much unknown here, and you could do certain
Let's do
things.
the
Kite
killing joke.
Kite
Not
Man's
the
definitely
killing-
going to show up. By the way, season 2 of
Peacemaker. Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's 100%.
I just like how how DC's like, yeah, it's not interlocked. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
these guys do
The
this.
worlds of DC, as they call
Yeah.
it.
What did you guys, like, back to the Batman here, critiquing a little bit, what did you guys think of the kind of mandatory and blockbustery fight?
Oh, could I say one thing about the Joker real quick?
Yeah,
It really took me out of the movie.
it did too.
It wasn't
me.
necessary at all.
No,
Unnecessary.
Like, I mean, sort of like it was a mid-credit scene before the credits.
Yeah.
And like if it was a mid-credits, it would have. I still would have been like, it doesn't fit with the rest of the movie, but like it would have been less.
There was so much about that whole scene that I was just like, what is going on? Like,
Well-
first of all, the fact that he's got Arkham Hospital on his jumpsuit, not Arkham Asylum,
yeah.
which I feel like is almost like a woke thing to do. Be like, let's not call it an asylum. Even though
I don't
like,
know if that's what.
I don't know either. But like, why say Arkham Hospital?
I don't know,
don't know.
just because it sounds maybe better.
I did like
No,
how this
it
was like
doesn't.
the Arkhams. I didn't know this were like a like
Yeah.
a founding family kind
Yep.
of thing.
You have not played the
With
Arkham
Wayans.
games.
You have not, yeah.
I have not.
100% recommend those games.
You're right. I think it did kind of take away from the
Yeah.
movie a little bit, especially
But-
when at the end you get that kind of interaction between Batman and oh Jesus, come on, the Riddler. Yeah,
Yeah.
at the end, how they're kind of like, you need me, I need you type
I
thing.
love that.
No.
I actually like, I liked it a lot. but not because of Batman. I liked him because of the Riddler.
Oh, yeah.
I was genuinely not liking him as Batman. He was way too Christian Bale Batman at that point. I'm just like, just sit there and brood like you always do.
You almost think though, like he's trying to be a tough guy and he doesn't have the cards.
He doesn't.
Like, almost like what Sam
Absolutely
was saying.
no cards
And I mean,
whatsoever.
just in character.
Yeah, the character is like he's trying
He's
to
like
be
a scrawny
he's
kid.
trying to be vengeance.
Yeah,
and
but
he's not
at least
vengeance.
Batman was in the room with the Joker when they were interrogating him.
Right.
He wasn't even in there. He was just banging on glass. Come on.
Yeah, but
It's stupid.
But like,
It's stupid.
I think that's a artistic choice because you want Batman to feel powerless in that moment.
Right.
Like you don't want him to be in the room to be able to like punch him and stuff. You want him to like be banging on the glass because he has no idea what the hell's going on.
But given everything that we've seen of him up to that point, he is not that expressive when he can't control certain things. He's a little bit more. He's more of an inner kind of not. I don't want to say thinker, but like he's more introverted in those situations than he is outside. So why even show that? It's just completely opposite of what we've seen the past 3 hours.
Yeah.
He's either standing still, brooding, or he's going into action, saving the kid from the van that was going to crash into him, or fighting the guys who were beating up at the beginning of the movie, beating up the passenger on the train. Like
That was good.
it's either A or B, and then he just introduced C, and it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit.
I could watch, by the way, like Death Wish Batman of him just like beating the shit out of hoodlums. Like I could. That wasn't long enough for me. Yeah. Did you guys think the the end of the movie worked, like the third act?
Yeah, it felt like
It was like a little too much.
it was like right.
It felt
this
mandatory.
is a superhero movie.
Yeah.
You have to have the city be in danger.
have to really rip it.
Exactly.
And then it's like, the
And, like-
bombs flooding the city, and then like the mass shooting thing. I was like, fuck, they're really gonna do that. Like I was like, I'm almost sort of like the dark Batman, but like, fuck, guys, really, fellas?
But that's if it was rated R, I think they would have done it.
But
I mean, they started to do it.
I almost wanted them to.
I mean, I liked the
weird.
end where you had Batman sort of realizing, oh wait, I'm not vengeance, I'm hope.
Yeah.
Like that was a good moment
Yeah.
for that character, but like we could have gotten there some other way.
Yeah.
We didn't have to flood the city.
Yeah, it was kind of a obligatory action scene because it's a blockbuster.
Oh, yeah,
it's a
yeah,
Batman
yeah.
movie.
It's a
you know?
superhero movie,
Definitely
so
felt
you
that
need
way.
this like larger than life event that devastates the city, where this hero needs to rise up and become something they're not.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm almost there's that which it didn't like hurt, I guess, a lot. It just kind of is like unnecessary.
Yeah.
But there's also the I'm almost getting tired of this trope with Batman where it's the double side of a coin here. Joker needs Batman. Batman needs Joker.
Yeah.
Riddler needs Batman. Batman needs Riddler. And I get that.
Well, it's almost
I get that the comics have a lot of like back family
Right.
interaction between all this stuff. But I mean,
Yeah.
let's kind of move. Let's progress past this a little bit here.
I thought, and this isn't quite the same thing, but them like going after like the Waynes is like being corrupt, and I don't know, like a lot of that stuff felt like I thought that was pretty good because that's like people being like on the Riddler side.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel like we're just at that point where like that shit would happen, like you would see it, and it's not like
Yeah,
much of a
and
stretch.
I liked also where it's like, yeah, but when like on the surface when you first see it, you're like, oh, Thomas Wayne is a bad person, and then you have Alfred talk about it where it's like, I mean, it's more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot more going on here.
It's like, he
And
didn't think
it
that
feels like more, natural, which, like, this is
like how life happens.
how life happens,
reached
where,
out-
like, things happen the way you don't
he
intend
was,
it to.
he was
and sometimes
desperate kind of thing.
sometimes
like,
you get desperate.
yeah.
Sometimes you make mistakes.
didn't think that he would kill him.
Yeah.
He was just like rough him up a bit.
But I
scare
also
him, and
I
then
also
he was-
really enjoyed where they're like, maybe it was Falcone, maybe it was Carmichael, or maybe it was just a junkie who killed his parents. We have no idea. We
Right.
didn't feel the need to answer that question.
I feel like
Thank
that was
God.
a plot that we could have gotten rid of, and it wouldn't have mattered.
What the
The whole
Waynes?
the that section where it's like, oh well, he
killed?
asked to approach to talk to the guy and
I
then
don't know.
threaten him. I didn't think it was.
I felt
I
that
didn't
worked
think it was
with the
needed.
character, though.
Yeah.
I felt that like the whole point of the character was like taking him down a notch, where it's like, oh, your family wasn't so innocent after all.
But the thing is, it would. And then Alfred explains it this way, so you kind of get a little bit of, it's a questionable thing. But I almost kind of wish, yes, he said, threaten this guy and get rid of him or remove him from the board or whatever. And then if they decide to do a next movie, him being Bruce Wayne instead of Batman all the time, give a little bit more Bruce Wayne of trying to set a better example than what his father did.
I think you can still do that in this. 'Cause
You
the
can,
city
but the
still
thing is,
thinks of Thomas Wayne as this like terrible guy.
Yeah. Only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
only
like
Bruce
you
knows.
can see him in like a next one, him being like, I have to rehabilitate my family.
They see him as a terrible guy because
of the Riddler.
Of the what the Riddler,
yeah, what the
does.
Riddler's
Because remember,
exposed.
the
I
only
forgot what he
person-
exposed. I forgot what he exposed.
The,
He
the
had that,
corruption and the killing.
He had that,
and I think too, there's this sort of like
Corruption
passive
in the fund. or-
the reporter. He had the reporter killed.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
that's what it
didn't
was.
really
All right.
have him killed.
Right.
sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He Falcone.
And I think there's this sort of like looking down on everybody, sort of passive philanthropy of like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I'm doing this to look good. I don't really care or whatever. Just kind of general stuff. I will admit, I just keep coming back to being like, there's probably too much going on here. I don't know what I would cut. It wasn't like there was anything in particular I didn't like. I think the like chase on the highway wasn't that great enough to, I maybe could have cut some time there. But no, I mean, what I think the issue was is that like some of this would have been cool to bring up in the second movie. Which, and by the way, I mean, no way in hell is there not going to be a second movie.
Well,
there's
there-
already 2 spin-off HBO Max shows.
Well, no, there's only one now. So the
So
Gotham,
that's what it is?
What are they doing,
Gotham
Penguin?
PD has been canceled. That's been shelved because of creative differences.
Oh, okay. So it's
So that
just,
was that was supposed to follow Gotham PD during Batman Year One.
Okay, thank God that's not because that
Yeah,
was.
and Matt Reeves and
Yeah, I don't know
Warner
if we need
Brothers
that
went back and forth.
This is what we needed, though.
because I guess Matt Reeves was like, no, it's going to focus on the police, and Warner Brothers was like, no, it's going to focus on like the villains, and obviously back
Didn't
and
we
forth.
already have Gotham?
Yeah, right.
So we are going to get the villain show. We're getting the Penguin show, and we haven't talked about Colin Farrell yet in this movie.
Totally unrecognizable.
Yes, and completely. Though the real Colin heads still see him shine through. So okay, there's a lot to unpack with this.
Probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, well, no, it's just people have certain mannerisms. You just kind of catch them, dude. I've watched a lot of Miami Vice. Okay, which I'll get to in a moment. Anyway, so I remember way more about that movie than he does. It was like coked out the entire time. Like there's this whole Bill Simmons podcast, and he has like all these questions to ask him about Miami Vice. And he's like, "Oh, I don't remember any of it." It's just like, anyway, okay. So Colin Farrell. All right. First off, one, it's so like it's almost like the Joker thing. It's so jarring compared to the rest of the movie. Like it kind of fits in, but it's so like comically over the top that it's like, I don't know. Is that the closest thing we would get to comic relief? Like, is that, I don't know, like how in on the joke I'm supposed to be with him.
I feel
because
like-
I laughed at like
Oh, yeah.
everything he said.
I mean, there's even a
I
scene...
noticed. I was sitting next
But
to
I
him.
loved
Yeah.
it though. But like
Yeah.
it wasn't like I'm laughing at it. It's like
But
I'm laughing with
with,
it at it.
with
you know?
him, there was even that scene where Jeffrey Wright and Robert Pattinson
Oh, the
like
lawn
grill him.
lay.
Yeah, where
scene.
like they're yelling, like interviewing and everything, and then they're like, "Oh, everything's wrong. Let's go," and they leave, and he's still like handcuffed, and he starts waddling like a penguin after them, like, "Hey guys!" Yeah, so like, he was definitely the comic relief of this movie.
But barely.
But he was still funny. Like, I don't know if it was intentional though.
There was
yeah.
no
Really
laughter in my theater at
you're-
all, and it was packed.
I don't know if there's a lot in our theater besides
No.
me.
I don't think people realize they should be laughing at that part.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
That would have been one of the things I would have cut out, but like also I'm so happy they left it in. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And even just going the other guys, I thought Totoro was great. I thought Peter Sarsgaard showing up as like the DA, it was
Yeah.
like perfect.
Yeah.
Like he's like the perfect like feckless like just empty suit bureaucrat to show up.
It was so weird because watching it, I was like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "I know him from somewhere," and I looked up. I was, "Oh, it's Peter Skarsgård."
Oh,
You know, the
dropped
guy-
a K in there. There's
Yeah.
no K.
Yeah,
It's just
Sarsgaard. You know,
married to Maggie Gyllenhaal.
yeah, the guy from Green Lantern.
Yes.
Oh God, I didn't even make that connection. Thank you for ruining this movie for me because of that.
The bad guy.
He was
from
also
Green
the
Lantern.
the dad who gets murdered at the end of The Orphan.
Okay, I've got a nitpick. Mm-hmm. So you'll notice. So this movie, unlike I guess the first two
The Tim Burtons.
Tim Burton ones were also filmed in London. But this is filmed in London, not Pittsburgh or Chicago or New York or wherever.
Yeah.
And you notice everybody who's like sub-star level, like our commissioner and our chief, both of which are in Chernobyl. They're all doing the like super like Brooklynized, like
Yeah, did
I
you-
can't do
okay.
I can't actually sound
All right.
American, so I'm gonna sound like
Hey, forget about it.
Yeah.
City, yeah.
yeah.
So, did you notice that Zoe Kravitz had a accent switch in in a couple parts of the movie?
I
Yeah.
did not.
She had a city accent too, and I noticed it. It really annoyed me.
Was it
'cause,
at all when she was working and when she wasn't working?
It was right. Well, it was her interaction with Batman.
Okay.
All right.
But I don't think it was like in the club.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a little switcheroo right there. It wasn't as pronounced as Matt Damon in the Great Wall movie, but definitely.
Yeah, that's
It was. I noticed. Like I actually noticed it, and it didn't really turn me off in the end. But
Speaking of the club, loved the club.
Yes.
Loved the fight in the nightclub, just like in the movie Miami Vice. Which this whole thing was like, what if Michael Mann directed a Batman movie? That would have been sick. Like in 2006, like Tom Cruise's Batman. It doesn't work, but it kind of works. That's a different podcast.
Batman's shorter than everyone's a little weird.
Yeah, Tom Sizemore's in it for some reason.
kind of like the first fight in the subway.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love. Yeah,
I
I
kind
love
of like
show.
that one the
So
best.
what I really liked is every time they showed Batman appearing in this movie, he had the weird like callback, but he had the Mandalorian type thing.
Oh, or the musical cues?
No, the spurs, the ching ching.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
that's right.
It wasn't the whole time.
No,
though.
but every time they like showed him, so like in the church, in the subway when you first see him there, like those kind of scenes when you see it like starts at the boots and you're like, oh shit, the Batman's here. It almost sounded like Spurs because all the buckles and everything
Yeah.
holding him into the suit, like going ching ching. But it was such an amazing audio cue that I absolutely loved just hearing him walk in because obviously you're wearing that much body armor. It's kind of hard to stay quiet. Like, granted, you're Batman.
Well, yeah, he's
but
also wearing 2-inch boots.
Well, yeah, he's got those combat boots on, but
Just
like all
also
that
just
body
speaking of
armor.
Batman, it's kind of a throwaway scene, but I love it when he's escaping the police headquarters and he headbutts the bridge.
Oh yeah,
I just love that because like it's kind of
yeah.
fits the theme of the whole thing of like let's take Batman down a notch.
Yeah.
He's not that smooth.
it's year
He's
two.
not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Han Solo. Like
Yeah, like he will headbutt a bridge.
oh yeah. Like he pulled the chute at the wrong time.
yeah.
I thought, by the way, just Pattinson's awesome in this. Like,
I was nervous because
Yeah.
he's not built like a linebacker, which is what you would expect out of
that's,
Batman.
That's what they play in.
And even when they show him shirtless, he's still not built like a linebacker, but it fits.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the whiny kid.
And I'm okay with that. And absolutely love that almost every time you see him out of the suit, he's got the black eye makeup, which they made a point to be like, every Batman wears eye makeup in every Batman movie, but none of them have it on their face when they take the cowl off. We're going to show it and have it look all sweaty and disgusting because that's exactly what's going to happen.
I don't know why, but like just mentioning the eye makeup, I just thought of the scene in the police headquarters where like he wakes up and there's like 50 guys in the room and they're all freaking out.
Yeah, I got really weird Chernobyl like vibes because the guy the chief comes in. I'm just like, oh god, is the nuclear power plant
We
blown
have
up?
a list of names responsible.
Is there going to be like a USSR star on the wall here?
Is someone gonna tell me it's not 3 Ronkins? It's 30,000.
Yeah,
3-hour runtime, not great, not terrible.
this is just as long as Chernobyl was. Oh boy,
I just rewatched that one too because of everybody.
That is a good
I
rewatch.
rewatched it last month. It's good.
Minus
It's
one
good.
episode.
Funny because well, it's not really funny at all. But the firefighter's wife. Yeah, well, no, the firefighter's wife. It's like, no, now they live in Kiev, and it's like, oh,
So their life just still sucks. All right.
anyway.
Yeah. All right. Let's. I mean, Batman. Like, I'm impressed. I had low expectations going in. So.
I had very low expectations.
My expectations was like a roller coaster with this because like the first look, especially when they showed the Batmobile, and it was just some like souped up
we haven't
like
even
70s
talked about
Charger.
the Batmobile.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, they're going to like a weird, quirky vibe with this. I might like that. And then I saw the first trailer and I'm like, shit, we're just going to get a Dark Knight clone.
Yeah.
And so that was my feeling going into this. And then I saw it and now I'm like, all right, it's dark like Dark Knight, but like we went in like a more mystery direction rather than.
What is everybody's thoughts on the Batmobile?
I kind of like how it's just kind of a car that's modded.
I think it's, he's like a young kid. Like, yeah, it's going to be. I mean, clearly he likes old muscle cars.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought it fit.
Sam, what's your thought?
I liked it. Like, I kind of like the aesthetic of it where it's like, we're also just not leaning into like the Dark Knight. It's a tank sort of.
Yeah.
deal.
Oh yeah. That's kind of nice. The first scene you see it in action during that shootout. Oh my god, fucking love that. Whereas is like, and you're like, what the hell? It's like this demon in the alley kind of thing.
When that scene is like you see him kind of like start a bit, and like for a second, just because the theme of the movie, I was like, did he stall it out?
Wait, no, he doesn't. I thought he does.
They don't really show it.
I thought he
enough.
stalls out.
Like it felt like for the second where I was like,
dude, I thought he did.
like I
You're
don't
talking
know.
about like when they have the
Yeah,
shit out.
the
the
penguin,
penguin.
when you first see
Oh
the
yeah,
car.
dude, he totally stalls out.
The
I don't know.
only
That's how I
scene
saw
with
it.
the Batmobile.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the only
I guess
one.
so.
Yeah,
I
the
thought
rest
it
is on the
shows up-
bike.
I thought it shows up
That,
earlier.
but, I mean, you can see him working. Like he's working
Yeah.
on it.
I liked
throughout
how he
the
was on the bike a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like driving around.
And it was
Yeah.
like a cool, like it was a good looking bike for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It fit a young kid.
It
Or at
also
least in
kind
the
of
city.
fit the like mystery plot because it was like just him driving around the city, not even as Batman,
Yeah.
Yeah,
just,
just
like
going around.
observing things.
Yeah, it's weird. Like a lot of the Bruce Wayne is him as Batman. It's
Yeah.
like him doing Batman stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, all in all, I think this movie, what it set out to do, being a mystery thriller, being a detective type movie,
Go on.
absolutely love that fact that they went with this style of Batman, not going campy, not like Warner Brothers recent with Ben Affleck going that style, or like
And just also on the mystery plot,
yeah.
I'm just so thankful we didn't do that like stupid like the Riddler was just like that guy in the corner the whole time. Where it's like they almost like overemphasize that guy, so you just figure it out like 5 minutes in.
You do notice, though, they do sort of mention him before and someone had mentioned this, so I was like cued into it. And also, I'm an accountant, so they do talk about meeting with the accountants early on,
Yeah.
but they never like show them. So
Right.
I mean, everyone's gonna do. Oh well, it's fucking Paul Dano. Like, come on, bro, get a fast one by me.
Yeah. But yeah, he was, as a villain, he was terrifying at times.
Dude,
Yeah, he's creepy.
he's a crazy guy.
Even that like scene where like it's like, hey guys, how you guys doing?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Thanks for all the advice on explosives.
I did love.
Detonators on
I
detonators.
did love he has over 500 followers.
Like that's a big
Which is
deal.
like, I mean, look, when we find out it's like an army of 500 guys. Like, oh, that's terrifying. But it's
Right,
like,
yeah.
oh, he has 500 people on his TikTok channel. that didn't come off exactly the right way.
Right.
No, I had somewhat low expectations coming in. I think even since I've watched the movie, it's grown on me. I would love to see it again. Maybe I'll probably just wait at this point, especially with my life crazy right now professionally. Probably going to have to until it gets to HBO Max. But looking forward to that.
It's also a 3-hour runtime.
Yeah,
it's nice to take like a 10-minute break in the middle.
It's tough to fit it
go
in.
on the runtime. Yes, it was 3 hours, but it I feel like John, you kind of touched upon it. I don't know what I would cut out because it all kind of fits.
Well, yeah.
Like halfway through, or
Maybe
probably
you could just
three-quarters of the way.
kind of slim some stuff
Maybe,
down,
but like even
Well, I
3/4
think you
of the
just
way
have
through.
to take out Catwoman or take out the Penguin.
yeah,
or
like-
you got to wholesale okay, this is
Yeah.
not in this movie.
But
Yeah.
even half, 3/4 of the way through this movie, I was like, Catwoman. This whole subplot is pointless. But then, towards the end, it's like, oh no, it's not. There was a meaning towards
starts
it.
getting into
Right.
him as a character. You're like, oh, she's there to pull him away from being brooding.
What this should
Although-
be is a Batman Catwoman movie. Batman and Catwoman.
There should be, but we already started. I just had it. I mean, the thing is the whole thing of Falcone being her father is really just yeah, okay, cool. It's really it's not really shoehorned in, but for something that seemingly important, it's just okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're just sort of here or there.
Which is another reason why it's what would I cut out? It's they didn't truly linger too long on something pointless.
I mean, look, I think it all worked. It's just
Yeah.
we needed
it fits.
we
It's
came
just
out.
it's 3 hours.
Yeah, the
It is
pizza
3
was
hours.
really good. We didn't need 4 pizzas. There's only 5 people here.
All right.
We could have gotten by
I
with
would-
2, probably 3.
This, for me, I would definitely rewatch this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
is,
Yeah.
And honestly, how do you feel about what's your impressions on a sequel right now? Because I think a sequel from him, if he makes just enough, not really that big tweaks, could be great movie.
I agree.
Dark.
Who would your
Dark Knight?
villain be?
Unfortunately,
Oh, I
I
don't
feel
know.
like it's leaning towards Joker.
Yeah, but
And I don't want it to.
It's I don't think any of us want it to. It's
No.
just
I think
No,
it's going to be Penguin Plus. I don't know.
Penguin
I don't
Plus.
know.
No, I bet you Penguin's gonna be.
Penguin's taking over the
God,
the
now I'm
TV
imagining Penguin's streaming service.
show. Oh God.
No, it's you got to think of you got to come up with a different villain and do a different take.
Like I said,
I don't know, but we never did any Penguin stuff.
Yeah, they set up
Yeah.
Penguin the whole time.
It's
in
Penguin,
this.
bro.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he's got the show. He's got the show
we'll
coming
see.
out.
We'll
so,
see.
honestly,
I almost want a new one.
I've
I almost
yeah.
want a new,
Well,
never seen before one.
Years ago, we did a list when we actually did the list.
Kite man.
Where we talked about what Batman villains would you like to see that haven't been used in movies because
Yeah,
they keep reusing the same villains over and over again. For me personally, I would love the ventriloquist to be a villain.
yeah, that's right. You were saying that.
That's the thing, Sean. I don't know anybody else.
I understand.
I'm trying
and
to
it's
think of
perfect.
going back to Man Bat.
No,
I'm trying to think of all the guys I used to
So-
have toys of from the original series.
I would probably,
or
I would
animated
put
series.
Zaz.
Zaz, yeah.
Yeah.
Victor Zaz would be a pretty good one. Hugo Strange.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
I'm just thinking because you have to think of a villain that's down to earth, that's somewhat
Yeah.
realistic. Because
Mr.
Poison-
Freeze is not going to
But
work.
it can
Right.
also put up a fight for
right?
him.
Mr. Freeze wouldn't work. I mean, Bautista.
I mean,
Ivy-
it might.
Poison Ivy couldn't
it
work.
might work. It might, but
I don't think you could do Bane again.
no.
I wouldn't touch Bane.
Bautista has said if they do Bane ever again, he's Bane. Which I'm.
I mean,
Oh, well,
All
I'm glad he gets to determine that.
Well, no, he went to the Warner Brothers executives and said, "Listen, I'm Bane.
They should
I
make a
don't care."
Bane. I would just make
Look,
a rated R Bane.
Just tell him, he can't do anything until he makes the Gears of War movie.
he can't do
really
anything.
can't.
No, he can't do anything until he makes the Army of the Dead sequel. I think.
Yeah,
They
one-
already did that. Oh, prequel, but
Oh, all right.
that
no,
came
that was
and
an
went-
offshoot. They're making another. I thought.
No, he's dead.
I don't know.
yeah,
he's
he's
dead.
gone, dude.
Who knows?
But yeah, so do
right.
before we get into what Chris wanted to do, really quick,
Let's give it a number. Rating.
let's give it a number, guys. John,
I'm gonna go at an 8.4, but I feel like even over time it might go higher.
okay, Sam.
I'll say 8.6.
Wow. Here I thought I was going high at an 8.3, Chris?
8.5.
Wow.
Yeah, solid B.
That's a solid B, guys.
The only problem with this movie is like if there's somebody borderline not like gonna go see a lot of comic movies, I don't know if this is like one I'm recommending.
This is a hard one to recommend in a sense. Like don't expect blockbuster. Don't expect it. But it's 3 hours long. Yeah. So it's hard to kind of phrase it that way where it's not going to be like edge of your seat.
3/4 of this movie is an amazing mystery murder kind of type movie.
Can I just throw a fucking crazy thing out there
Go
right
ahead.
now? 10 movies. This is the Best Picture nominee, baby?
Well,
I don't think that's that great. I mean,
look.
I know it's super early. Like,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
get me
Super
wrong.
early, but I mean, is this
Could
better
be.
than No Way Home?
Well, that's last year.
No, I know.
He's
but,
talking this year.
But
This
no,
year so
like
far.
I know, but
Oh, right.
Come on,
yes.
on. Let's,
no,
let's,
you're right. This is closer to like cinema than No Way Home.
Let's think.
Yeah.
Let's think realistically here. I mean, yeah, maybe, but the Oscars are a bunch of it's a joke. The whole thing is a freaking joke.
Yeah, but Black Panther was nominated. Like,
That's
I mean,
true.
Yeah, true.
Best
But
Picture.
we all agreed. We all agreed that Black Panther wasn't like top 5 of any of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I,
fair
mean,
enough.
come on. It's. I don't know. All right,
right.
let's
Really-
rank our Batman.
Yeah, go rank our Batman.
not the movies, the
no.
actual Batman.
I got 7, but I didn't include.
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah. So-
who has been portraying Batman for the better part of 30 years
right.
in movies, video games, and TV shows.
Who's going first here?
Oh, don't tell me. I haven't thought of it.
Sam.
Oh, I'm thinking of it right
All
now.
right.
All right, Sean.
Worst Batman.
You're first.
Val Kilmer.
I got that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably with there.
Yeah. Worst Batman. I hate to say it, but my second least favorite Batman, because of how it progressed, Christian Bale.
Okay, we are
Yeah, I know.
going to be severely different here.
Hear me out on this. If Batman Begins, he's really good. It's once he discovers his voice, he just drops off a cliff.
I mean,
mean, but
that
that's
was
the first
that was quite literally the first movie.
No, the second movie.
No.
Is
He
significantly
did that in the
Chad, I
first
like to
movie.
remind you that in the first one, there is the line, "Swear to me."
Yeah. No, but like the second and the third Batman movies, it just got progressively worse, is what I'm saying.
Like,
yes,
I
this
went
is
with
your
the
own
two-
list, so
Yeah.
that's we can.
The only sort of devil's
debated this
advocate
later.
argument I can come up with to help you is that like Batman's like barely a character in those movies. Like it's kind of more just like the world around him.
Yeah.
So, but like at the same time, that's not really a knock against him. That's just like the writing, where it's like there's not a lot of room for him to shine.
All right, let's not critique every Batman movie here.
I know. Next one, unfortunately, I got to go with Michael Keaton. Unfortunately, I hate that I'm saying that because he is Batman, but like I have to go there. Then I would probably go with probably Ben Affleck. I hated the pick at first. He grew on me. I'm trying to do this all from memory. Then I would probably go with George Clooney, where on paper he is Batman, like Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
But the movie sucked. Then last three I've got. Who do I have for the last three?
Yes.
Kevin Conroy. Oh,
Conroy, West, Pattinson.
Pattinson would be next. He did an amazing job for what this movie needed him to do, and I was very hesitant on him at first, but he is very believable as Batman by the end of this movie.
Okay.
Then it would be Adam West, because it's Adam West, enough said. And then number one is Kevin Conroy, because Kevin Conroy is Batman.
Oh, okay, you said that about 3 people on that list.
No,
But
no,
okay. You
Michael,
did.
I know. Michael Keaton had a speech at a college where he ended the speech with "I am Batman," and then when he was asked about Ben Affleck taking over the role of Batman, they said, "How do you feel?" Because Christian Bale's kind of upset. He feels like there's more on the table. He said, "Well, I don't feel bad," and they're like, "Oh, why?" He goes, "Oh, because I'm Batman." Like that's why he is Batman. Like he's accepted that he is Batman and no one else can be Batman.
Okay.
Go ahead, John.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. So I think one of the hard things here is that while they're all theoretically playing Batman, they are playing different spins on him.
Yes.
And I don't just mean, obviously Adam West is out there on his own iceberg.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
Even like going from, Pattinson to Bale to Keith, they're going for different stuff. So it's a little bit hard to do, but here's mine. All right, bottom to top. Last one. Val Kilmer. Also doesn't help he's in a shitty movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's
What are you talking about? It had Seal's kiss from a rose.
it might...
Jim
Just
Carrey
because
is
the
the
song
Joker.
was great
I mean,
doesn't
the Riddler.
mean-
Yeah. Look, I've never been a big Val Kilmer guy anyway.
No, I know.
I don't think he's that good of an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could have maybe worked a little bit better, but bad place at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I don't want to say sixth. I want to just say second honorable mention is Adam West. Yeah, that's all I'll say. I love the 60s show. I always watched those a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
Burgess Meredith, best penguin. We'll never top. All right. We talked about a soundboard earlier, and that will definitely be one of the drops. Okay. The next two I fall into of bad movies, but actually would have liked to see more. George Clooney and Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to say Robert Pattinson.
Okay.
That could go up higher in the list too.
Yeah.
It's only been one movie, even though it was. You could say it was two movies. It was that long. Two is going to say Christian Bale. And look, as I think Batman, whatever, he's a great fucking Bruce Wayne. I really liked him as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him there. And top for me is Keaton. I don't know why.
Okay.
Just
That's fine.
just feels right.
All right.
All right. I'm curious. What year is
All
this?
right. I just scribbled it down. Bottom Kilmer.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
By the way, reminder, was it Nicole Kidman was in that movie too?
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
that's-
dude! I saw some pics of her in that movie.
Dude,
That didn't register at all
Yeah.
when third grade me
right.
watched it.
but so how Two-Face has the two girls?
Yeah, one of
Drew
Barrymore.
Barrymore, sorry. Drew Barrymore's the
John
white
Barrymore.
one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's one of the two random people in that movie.
okay.
And it's not like this was the beginning of her career or anything. This was
Also, Tommy Lee Jones
as Two-Face.
Two-Face.
Where it was
it's a
supposed
weird choice.
first two movies, Harvey Dent was Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, Billy D. Williams.
And they recast it as Tommy Lee Jones.
Well, it's always the same commissioner and always
Yes.
the same Alfred.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
I always those are four movies, even though they're
So-
technically
I agree. It's
Anyway.
four movies.
Second to last, Affleck.
Okay.
You keep putting an A in his name after the first A. There's no A. It's Affleck. You're saying Affleck. I don't know. It's just a random pet peeve.
Okay. I don't think he was bad, but at the same time, Zack Snyder, so you know how I feel. After him, it's not so much a knock on him, but just I just don't know where to put him on this
Yeah.
list. Adam West.
Yep.
It's he's so out there. It's I just it works for what it is,
Yeah.
but he's so weird compared to everyone else.
West. I love Adam West.
Next one, Clooney.
He deserved better.
If there was anyone on this list who would actually be Batman,
It's Clooney.
It would be George Clooney.
Yes.
But
In the 90s. In the 90s, Clooney.
Yeah, 90s Clooney. But oh my God, is that a. He pulls out a credit card. It's a Bat credit card.
That's yeah.
Which, when this whole segment's done, I have something to say about Batman and Robin, but keep going.
I need to go watch those two.
Anyways, next one. Like John said, it probably will go up later, but Pattinson. It's just one movie, so I'm not sure. Next one, Keaton. Mm-hmm. For all the reasons everybody said. Second to first or penultimate Batman, Bale. That's mostly just because really good movies. I didn't think the character was used well, but the movies didn't need him to be used well. Plus, he was just good for what that was.
Yeah.
And Conroy,
Hell yeah.
because he's the voice of Batman.
He is the first person to give Batman the deeper voice and Bruce Wayne the higher voice. So when he...
and
when
it's
he's-
I feel like it's somewhat unfair, but it's goddamn, when I think of the voice of Batman, it's him.
30 years of playing Batman. Like, he did the Arkham games, he did the TV show, he was on the CW as Bruce Wayne / Batman. Like, this guy has continued the role, and what helps him too is he's like, I will retire when Mark Hamill retires as the Joker.
Okay. All right, my list. The most fluid list I've ever done,
Oh boy.
by the way.
Lots of thought was put into this compared to us.
It's weighted. So with how the movies are,
Oh boy.
it's that's the Batman
You had a system?
rating. I did have a system in this.
Oh man.
Val Kilmer, bottom up.
Of course.
Val Kilmer.
I feel bad, but like,
But you guys,
it's just not that good.
You guys aren't gonna.
I felt bad, but I watched The Snowman, so
I'll be honest with you too. There's not that many Batmen. Someone's gonna be bottom.
yeah,
clearly
yeah.
somebody-
Somebody, yeah, that's true. But all right, Kilmer,
Yep.
Yeah.
Clooney.
Okay.
You guys are gonna find my list a little odd here.
Okay.
Clooney,
Yep.
West,
Yep.
tie for Keaton and Pattinson.
Okay.
2 is Affleck,
Wow.
and 1 is Bale.
Wow.
Oh man, I wish I had the. Oh damn it! I should have.
It's what it's a lot of it has to do with the movies themselves and what kind of the Batman is at that point. So I think Affleck would have been a good old Batman.
Well, remember when this movie was first announced, it was supposed to be.
It was,
him.
yeah.
And clearly,
Yeah.
he's
He
not
was
the
supposed
year
to
2
direct it.
Batman.
No, he's
Oh, was he? Maybe.
Yeah.
I think they had talked. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah,
He was going to be in it and direct it.
Yeah,
so. But no, that's
still
that's
would
where
have
I'm
loved to
at.
see that one.
All right. Not bad. Here's my little tidbit on Batman and Robin. This will take like no
Okay,
time
go.
at all.
Yeah.
So obviously after Batman and Robin, Joel Schumacher was supposed to make a 5th Batman movie in that series of movies that makes no sense, and it was going to deal with Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow. Here's the thing. First of all, Nicolas Cage was going to portray the Scarecrow in that movie. To the point where this character actually has a cameo, Jonathan Crane, in Batman and Robin. Unfortunately, they did not get Nicolas Cage. They got the next best thing.
Michael Ironside.
No. Remember, this actor, I guess you would call it an actor, is in Batman and Robin. It's Coolio. If you look at the credits, Coolio's character is given the credit as Jonathan Crane.
I knew he was in the movie.
Yes, he was going to become Scarecrow in the next
I mean,
movie.
sure, why not?
Did he do a song for the movie?
I don't think so. He was hired on.
Seems like he would.
It was just a cameo scene that they hired him in on, with the intention on the 5th one focusing on his character as being the bad guy.
I mean, sure.
Sure.
Why not? I mean, why not? The movie was so ridiculous. Let's just
Oh, it
let's
was
just go.
beyond ridiculous.
Amazing casting, though. Like,
Well,
the
that was-
only part of that movie that's good is the casting.
Well, he
Like,
was in
Schwarzenegger as Mr.
Mr.
Freeze.
couple movies at that
Like,
point, though. Coolio's in that year he was in a couple movies.
What was he in?
The Keenan and Kel movie.
No.
It was called Good
It
Burger.
was called Good Burger. Here it goes.
Oh, here it goes.
Well,
He was
folks,
in Pterodactyl.
before we get really off the
Yes,
edge, you can like us on Facebook. Seek us out on. We do theoretically have a Twitter account. Just post episodes.
Yeah.
We're also on. You can
This
find
is his filmography.
There's not much.
No, oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, this is great radio.
That's not a lot.
this is
no.
instead of us just reciting Wikipedia, Chris is just showing it.
No. The fact that you have to scroll down that many times just to
Yeah.
get through it, like
I
he's
guess.
done a little bit.
A lot of it's himself, I'm assuming.
Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Also in now on YouTube, possibly featuring our pie rankings in a future episode.
I can't wait. I honestly can't wait.
Well,
to
we're
rank
actually
pies.
probably going to definitely do that.
Oh, 100%. I'm excited to do
He was in
pie.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
As Jonathan
Sorry.
Crane. We were doing
And
that.
look forward to the Chris talking about Coolio's Wikipedia page as a future episode.
I
shouldn't say talking, showing us.
I gotta do a
and not
deep
really-
dive.
It's going to be our own separate shingle called Chris on Coolio. So please.
I really did like his music.
What's top 3 right now? songs.
Is it Gangster Paradise? Gangster Paradise? Gangster Paradise?
Because that's the only song he's ever done.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's done a few other ones. I just
Name-
can't remember the name.
All
Exactly.
right. Well, on that note, we're off the rails here, folks. Take it easy out there. Stay safe. Good night.
Like a bat credit card.
What do the points go for?
I don't know.